Welcome to Chef Alli's Farm Fresh Kitchen. Join us as we meet From the Land of Kansas members and explore new recipes using local Kansas ingredients and products.
Hey everybody, welcome back to 13 News this morning. We're here with our friends Chef Alli and her Farm Fresh Kitchen and Stacy Mayo with From the Land of Kansas. We've got a gorgeous layout here. I mean, we've got beef, mashed potatoes. You can't go wrong with that. And you know, we're celebrating Ag Week and Ag Month. And this ties in perfectly, I think, with it.
Yeah, it does. And Stacy has, I'm going to talk all about the corned beef because I want everyone to be successful with that. And sometimes, if you've ever had bad corned beef and cabbage as a boiled meal, you might need a few tips. And so we're going to feature that right at the end of the segment. But Stacy's actually going to talk about what we have going on all across the state of Kansas right now, which is, like you mentioned, Ag Month, and how we're actually tying that into From the Land of Kansas.
Yeah, so From the Land of Kansas and the Department of Ag are happy to partner with our various commodity groups and state associations to celebrate Kansas Ag Month and kind of bring awareness for what agriculture is and what it impacts here in the state. And so you've seen probably a lot of stuff on social media. Everybody's kind of talking about what it means to be a pork producer, beef producer. We talked this morning about sorghum, so kind of who those farmers are, who those ranchers are that are producing and manufacturing and growing your food. And with that, we're partnering with Dillon's for the Neighbor to Neighbor food drive, and we're trying to gather 85,000 meals in the state of Kansas, that all of the meals that are gathered will stay in Kansas. So that's why we're calling it the Neighbor to Neighbor. So you're not donating food that'll go elsewhere. It's here to help your neighbors. And if you can't, if you don't have the time to stop by a store, you can donate online through the Department of Agriculture's website, and we'll also post it on our social media, so you can make a monetary donation online if that's easier.
Wonderful. What a cool opportunity to do that and help us here in Kansas. Absolutely. You're wearing green, which is kind of St. Patty's Day coming up, and corned beef is kind of like an Irish thing that we normally think of, right, Alli?
Yeah, and today what we have is a sliced corned beef that has a apricot bourbon slather. We're actually using a really neat product. Grandma Horner's organic apricot spread is what we did, and then we added some fresh nutmeg, some mustard, and of course the bourbon. And the star of the show, of course, is our corned beef. And when you're out there looking for one, I would recommend, there's two types of corned beefs out there that you can purchase, two different cuts. One would be the point, the other one is the flat, which is going to look like this, and you're going to get a lot more meat. It's going to be more expensive, but it's a better value. So this just goes into the oven at about 325. Your little spice packet is in there. Sprinkle that over the top, and then we add a little bit of broth or water just till our corned beef is about 2/3 of the way covered. We're going to simmer it. We're not going to boil it. We're just going to braise it or simmer it in the oven. And there's two things you need to know to make a good corned beef. Fork tender. When you stick your fork in that guy, if you wiggle it and it's super tender, if you're questioning it, it's not fork tender. The other thing is how you slice it. Okay. If you slice it with the grain, you're going to have a piece of shoe leather, likely, especially if it's not fork tender. We always want to slice across the grain to cut those fibers, and then you are going to be guaranteed that you have delicious, tender slices of corned beef.
Like that.
And then we're serving that with, typically, you know, you would serve it with cabbage, a braised cabbage, which is nice, or colcannon, which is an Irish potato dish, but we're just going to serve it with mashed potatoes supreme that also has horseradish in there. So it's delicious, and you will find this recipe at From the Land of Kansas, also on my blog, Chef Alli's Farm Fresh Kitchen. And we are going to have a very special prize on Chef Alli's Facebook page. So go there, because there's going to be something there you're going to enjoy, you're going to want to register for. On my page, so be sure to visit there. We can't really say what it is here this morning, but check it out, because you're going to like it. It's a really unique prize, so we're excited to have that.
Anything you guys bring to us is always exciting and fun and delicious, so make sure you go online and check all this stuff out. Why don't you make it, St. Patty's Day is coming up. I mean, perfect recipe. And then make sure you donate to support us, farmers, everybody here in Kansas. It's very important. Thank you so much for coming on our show.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
Of course. We'll be right back.
Make sure to tune in the second and fourth Thursday of every month to meet more From the Land of Kansas members. Remember, visit FromTheLandOfKansas.com to explore and find Kansas foods, products, and services.